Buckle up, folks. We have a whole bunch of information regarding the 50th anniversary of D&D. I got an email from the D&D creator team today giving us the actual release dates for everything coming in 2024, and as anticipated, some of it is gonna be in 2025. There's also a couple articles. The D&D Vecna adventure is up for pre-order as well. We're gonna talk about all of that in just a second here. However, if you do like this channel, the kind of stuff I do here, I have a ton of giveaways going on right now as well, consider subscribing to the channel. All right, so I'll read you the email. There's a D&D Beyond article. Apparently there's going to be Pop-Tarts, a whole thing, right? Hello, adventurers. We hope your week is off to a phenomenal start. D&D celebrates its 50th anniversary this year, and we on the D&D Creator Relations team couldn't be more excited to reach this milestone with all of you. D&D is a 50-year journey from a small home in southern Wisconsin to a worldwide audience of over 50 million fans. Today, we're pleased to share that the year-long celebration of D&D's gold anniversary kicks off in March with Descent in the Lost Caverns of Sojanth. I'm gonna remember how to say that. An excerpt from one of our upcoming releases inspired by the D&D creators' love of tournament-style play. Later 2024 releases include a multiverse-traversing showdown with the notoriously lichy BBEG himself in May's 2024, Vecna Eve of Ruin. I do apologize for saying Eye of Ruin a lot in the last one. Also, that means that May, the May 2024 date we saw in the leaked and then taken down, might have actually been accurate. A look into the earliest days of D&D, including the never-before-seen 1973 draft of the game, with the release of The Making of Original Dungeons & Dragons 1970 to 1977, June 2024. By the way, that was also the date listed in that leaked thing there as well. An anthology classic adventure updated for 5th edition in July's 2024's Quest from the Infinite Staircase. I feel like July date was accurate for that as well. And of course, the long-anticipated release of the revised 2024 Player's Handbook, September 17th, 2024, the Dungeon Master's Guide in November 12th, 2024, and the Monster Manual, February 18th, 2025. So, I'll give you that one more time. Vecna Eve of Ruin coming in May. Descent into the Lost Caverns of Sojanth is coming in March. The Making of documentary kind of book is coming in June. Quest from the Infinite Staircase is July. The Player's Handbook will be September 17th. The Dungeon Master's Guide will be November 12th. And the Monster Manual will be February 18th of 2025. And that's far from all. Throughout the year, you can expect information on our upcoming 3D virtual tabletop, which, again, a bunch of you are wondering if the Foundry, which I will make a video on, I promise, the Foundry kind of link up with D&D was the cancellation of the 3D virtual tabletop. No, that is not the case. That is still coming. New features on D&D Beyond, which who knows what those could be. More chances to celebrate alongside us at conventions, and brand new offerings from licensed partners, including Lego, Pop-Tarts, and Converse, and more. You can check out the full scoop via today's D&D Beyond article. Our team can't wait to share more specifics on this year's festivities. Keep an eye on your email throughout the year, and feel free to reach out. Best, the D&D Creator Relations team. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the article on D&D Beyond. All right, there is a 50th anniversary wallpaper. We can claim that right now. Click below so we can see what else we got. Okay, here we go. D&D play and conventions. Pick up your favorite dice and get ready to play. March kicks off our gold anniversary and tournament-style play. Fans from around the world will enjoy a free classic dungeon delving experience with Descent into the Lost Caverns of Sojanth. I'm sorry, guys, I don't know how to pronounce it. An excerpt from an upcoming... that is part of Quests from the Infinite Staircase. So it's like it's either an excerpt from it or just one of the adventures from the anthology series that is Quests from the Infinite Staircase is going to be available. Play it. Oh yes, we talked about this at the PAX Unplugged. It's going to be like available at conventions. Play at your local game store, conventions such as GaryCon and PAX East, or online and discover how you measure up against the challenges of this fast-paced adventure. Keep an eye on D&D Beyond for more details on how you can pick up your copy and participate. Then get ready to roll a perception check, as you'll find D&D at a variety of conventions this year. GaryCon coming up here in March. PAX East is the same weekend. By the way, I will be at PAX East. I will absolutely be angling to get myself into one of these games so I can play it and make a video on it. If you're going to be at PAX East, who knows? One, find me and say hi, but 2, maybe we can play together. The ALA Annual Conference, I'm not sure what that is. San Diego Comic-Con. They usually don't go to San Diego, so that's new. Gen Con, PAX West, Gamehole Con, Big Bad Con, MCM London Comic-Con, and then PAX Unplugged later on in December. Okay. Upcoming book releases, here we go. Vecna, as we mentioned. Making of D&D, June. Quest from the Infinite Staircase, and I think these all have pre-order links. We'll click these and check. And then again, all of the dates are listed with information. Again, when the Archlich Vecna turns his eye into remaking the multiverse, it's up to you and your fellow adventurers to save existence from total annihilation. Vecna Eve of Ruin is a high-stakes adventure that takes characters from level 10 to 20. I was positive there were things out there that said it was from level 1 to 20. I mean, cool to see high-level play, but the fact that it's 10 to 20 and not 1 to 20 is a big bummer to me. You'll tour the multiverse to revisit beloved settings such as Forgotten Realms, Eberron, Ravenloft, Greyhawk, and Dragonlance, and team up with archmages to put an end to Vecna's nefarious plot. Vecna Eve of Ruin is available for pre-order on D&D Beyond. Visit the D&D store for the Eve of Ruin digital and physical bundle. So, these don't take us to the store? No? Can we just do that? All right. So, by the way, this is one of those things that if you pre-order it on the digital physical bundle, you can get access to the adventure as early as May 7th, as opposed to the 21st for the general public. There is more information here. Let's go ahead and see. Get an exclusive bonus adventure. Prepare for battle with Vecna, Nest of the Eldritch Eye, a single-session adventure that foreshadows the events in Vecna's Eve of Ruin. This D&D Beyond exclusive releases 4/16 and is available with digital pre-order. So there is an exclusive adventure. Maybe this is, I don't think it's a level 1 to 10 adventure, but that would be a smart business move to get you from 1 to 10, so you're not just jumping in at level 10. But either way, so on April 16th, if you do the pre-order here, you'll get access to this digital pre-order only adventure, Vecna, the Nest of the Eldritch Eye. 2024 and beyond, the 2024 core rulebooks provide new options for players and DMs. All updates are being done with care to make sure anything from 5th edition will continue to be fully playable. The 2024 rules revisions are designed to be fully compatible with everything you're playing. Okay, so they're just kind of reaffirming that this will work with what's coming in 2024 later on in the year. It is a 256-page hardcover adventure for levels 10 to 20, double-sided poster map, 30-plus terrifying new monsters sprawling from all over the multiverse, detailed character dossiers with exclusive insights into legendary allies who you may recognize from other D&D adventures, D&D Beyond digital copy of Vecna Eve of Ruin, and again, pre-order to unlock a digital dice set, 11 frames, 4 backdrops, get early access to the adventure, and the Vecna Nest of the Eldritch Eye. So I will obviously be seeing if I don't know if I'll get these from WotC, but I'll absolutely be covering the new adventure when it comes out. Obviously, the book when it comes out. We'll try to do giveaways for those as well. It does flat out say that we're going to go to Planescape, Eberron, Spelljammer, Ravenloft, Dragonlance, and Greyhawk. So perhaps that one front image of the cover that people thought was actually Strahd might have actually been Strahd. So who knows what allies we'll gather when we go to play through this. Okay. Again, making of Dungeons and Dragons from 1970 to 1979 delves into the history of the game, history behind the game's inception. John Peterson, one of the game's foremost historians, walks readers through a curated collection of documents that, woven together, reveal how D&D went from an idea to a beloved tabletop role-playing game. A never-before-seen first draft of D&D written in 1973 by Gary Gygax can be found within this incredible book. It's available for pre-order on Amazon or wherever books are sold. Put a link, Amazon link in the description. Quest from the Infinite Staircase is an anthology for characters level 1 to 13, bringing 6 classic D&D adventures to 5th edition. The Infinite Staircase leads to fantastic realms and is home to the noble genie Nefas, I guess, who recruits heroes to help fulfill wishes made through the multiverse. The Player's Handbook revises and adds to the 5th edition rule set with more player options, new art, Dungeon Master's Guide, and the Monster Manual. Okay. New partnerships for D&D merch. D&D is partnering with best-in-class brands to bring you new ways to support your love of the game. Keep an eye out for news on Converse footwear and apparel, a Lego building set complete with minifigures, and treats from Pop-Tarts to enjoy during your game sessions. Okay, so, couple of things. Are there links if we click on this? Does it take it? Okay, it doesn't take us anywhere. It just takes us later in the article. Okay. There probably is an Amazon link for the making of book, though. Yes, there is. Okay, so here's a cool looking cover. Actually, no, it is not available for pre-order, apparently, at least from Amazon. So, anyway, big news. This is huge. Now we know we've got our roadmap. I thought this was going to come to us in the form of a stream, like a D&D direct stream. You know what, though? It's easier for me to not have to sift through the content, so I'm down with a post. An article works just fine for me. So, yeah, we are going to be seeing... so some of those dates look like they were accurate. I wonder if any of those things changed from those... Remember we saw those promo images that had the leaked dates? But it looks like Vecna, the making of, and the Infinite Staircase all had accurate, pretty much, dates on them. Also, again, in just a month here, we'll be getting access to one of the adventures. And again, hopefully playing it at conventions. I'm definitely going to be looking to do that. Now, one thing that I'm curious about, is this Lego set different than the pre-existing D&D Lego crossover? If you recall, a while back, there was a crossover between Lego and D&D. They had a whole contest. There was a Lego Ideas contest. If you're not familiar, Lego Ideas is sort of basically where a bunch of people can submit cool things that they have for ideas for Lego sets, and then, it gets voted on, and then eventually those will get, some of them might get picked up. That's how a lot of our really popular, like, pop culture things ended up in Lego sets. Like, I think the Ghostbusters Legos originally were a Lego Ideas. There was a 50 years of D&D, and yeah, here, I'll show you here, where they had this whole contest where back in, it was last year, I guess, October of last year, they had all these people had submitted all these different concepts for, there's a ton of entries, right? All these different options for Lego sets that people had come up with, moving mimics, dice boxes, beholders, and so on. And they basically had a contest, and several people won. You can see here if we go up to the top. These runner-ups here, we had the Monster Manual, Xanathar the Beholder, the Transforming Mimic, the Tiamat Dice Tower, and the grand prize was the Dragon's Keep Journey's End miniature set here that shows all of this different things. And then this one, the winner was announced, and they get like all sorts of, I don't know if it tells us anymore how it works, but they had this whole thing where people won a whole bunch of money, and they got like rights to it and exclusive sets and the whole thing. I might tell us right here. Let's see. Okay, what if my design is selected? The selected fan designer will be compensated as outlined in the product idea guidelines and terms of service. Specifically, they'll receive the following: 1% of the total net sales of the LEGO Ideas D&D product, 10 complimentary copies of it, credit in bio and set materials as LEGO Ideas Dungeons & Dragons fan designer, and a prize package of Dungeons & Dragons goodies. So that was what the kind of lead person, the grand prize winner. Now, this, there was the review. We had our open source voting for us, and the winner was announced in January. I think that was unfortunately sullied a little bit by the whole OGL situation happening. But we still have yet to know when these are going to be released. Now, I did happen to be at a Lego store on Saturday for my son's birthday. And I asked the guys, at the running the Lego shop, like, hey, where is this? Like, what's the deal? And he told me at the time, again, this was just this past weekend, that he had pretty much all of his pre-orders in through like April, all of the releases, and this wasn't on the list. And he even had some things all the way out to December and didn't have the Dungeons and Dragons things anywhere on the list. But this is saying, so I'm wondering, is that the Lego partnership, the thing we've already heard about, or is this some new Lego partnership in addition to this, like a full, because this is like, again, a Lego Ideas singular set? Or are we going to get, similar to like other major brands, D&D Lego sets where like it's a whole series of multiple sets in some grander scheme? Or is this just going to be that set? Because honestly, after going and like hanging out with a bunch of kids, at my son's birthday party, playing with Legos at the Lego store and watching them, I was like, man, I forgot how much I love Lego. I really want to do some like Lego building streams, and it would be even cooler if they could be D&D Lego streams. So I'm on board for that. Converse footwear and apparel. I actually didn't know Converse made anything other than sneakers, but my emo college days, I have Converses in like 8 different colors. I get D&D Converses. That's pretty cool. And honestly, I love Pop-Tarts. I've been casually joking on and off about for years about it would be great if I could get Pop-Tarts to sponsor my channel. Maybe I stand a chance to do it if it's D&D Pop-Tarts. I don't know. But this is some pretty cool stuff. I'm sure we're going to hear more about this in the coming months and weeks. I don't know if you could actually see, but in this larger Vecna image, you can see here there's like a Spelljammer. Here's Castle Ravenloft. So there is some others, maybe Dragonlance here. So there is definitely some cool imagery if you look around on these Vecna art pieces. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see. It's nice to have that roadmap people can plan, because it was going to seemingly look like we were going to have a drought. And I mean, to some extent we do. We're not getting a new official book until May. We are at least getting some excerpts and possibly some adventures and things between now and then. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of this in the comments down below. I'll see you all next time.